Trump could very well declare victory before the election results have been counted again. A new analysis shows that Trump loyalists have infiltrated election boards in key states. Now that we're about 50 days out from the election, I think it's time that we start relentlessly talking about election security. Now, in 2020, Trump and the stooges around him waged an all-out war on our elections on social media, in the courts, in the sphere of public opinion, and even at the Capitol on January 6th, and it seems like they're going to repeat that in 2024, so I think it's important that we break down their tactics, what we can expect, and how we can make sure that we come out on top. Now, the purpose of this video is not to make anybody afraid or scared of what's going to happen, it's to make sure that we are all prepared and know exactly what to expect, because with Donald Trump, he's very, very predictable. If you appreciate what I do, make sure you leave a like, and let's jump right into it. This article says, analysis shows Trump loyalists have infiltrated election boards in key swing states. With 102 deniers on election boards in the swing states, the potential for creating chaos is enormous. And the worry is that Trump did something he doesn't often do, and that is learn from his mistakes in the past. Or rather, the people around him will learn from the very systems that they were trying to maneuver in 2020 and failed to do so effectively. The 88-page report just released, produced by the Center for Media and Democracy, details the election denial history of 102 county and state election officials in Arizona, Wisconsin, Georgia, Nevada, New Mexico, Pennsylvania, Michigan, these key swing states. The authors found that election deniers have majority control of 15 county election boards in those states and the statewide board of 2020. Quote, what was striking to us about our research is how much election denialism and the voter fraud lie have infiltrated and taken over the Republican apparatus in each of these critical states. And it's easy to understand when Donald Trump and the MAGA media, let's call them, have spent many years spreading this distrust in every single institution so that they can then lie and wrap the entire Republican Party around their finger. Do you guys remember when Donald Trump said this just a month or two back about not having to vote in future elections? Listen.
Christians, get out and vote just this time. You won't have to do it anymore. 4 more years, you know what? It'll be fixed. It'll be fine. You won't have to vote anymore, my beautiful Christians. I love you, Christians. I'm a Christian. I love you. Get out. You got to get out and vote. In 4 years, you don't have to vote again. We'll have it fixed so good you're not going to have to vote.
He says stuff like this all the time, and we don't even have to bring up the Raffensperger phone call where he spends an hour trying to pressure Georgia election officials into finding votes so he can just win that state. Quote, with 102 election deniers on election boards in the swing states, the potential for creating chaos is enormous. The 3 Republicans on the 5-member Georgia state election board support Trump's baseless claims that the 2020 election was rigged. Partisan conspiracy theories among election officials go well beyond Georgia. Pennsylvania itself has 29 election administration officials loyal to Donald Trump. But experts differ on whether Republican efforts to subvert the election, should Trump lose, will be more or less effective than in 2020. Now, this is where it gets very important because we're going to talk about how everything will play out. Quote, our democracy's firewalls held fast in 2020, but election deniers and MAGA extremists have spent the last 4 years infiltrating election administration and political party positions in order to disrupt and cast doubt on the 2024 election results. And I've been to Trump rallies myself. These Trump supporters plan on watching the polls. They plan on poll watching, but the way they tell me they're going to do it is very insidious. They say, yeah, I'm going to go poll watch and I'm going to make sure nothing crazy happens, but poll watchers are supposed to be fair and impartial, not loyalists to Donald Trump who are trying to stop this fraud that doesn't exist. This is the good part. Officials not loyal to Trump have also had more time to prepare for election interference that may happen. The Electoral Count Reform Act, passed by Congress in 2020, could make it harder for Trump's efforts to succeed, experts say. Quote, it is highly unlikely that these officials, along with deniers in Congress, will be able to prevent the certification of the 2024 election results, but they are in the prime position to force litigation, delay, distract, make it so it's so muddy that the American people don't know what what to believe. And the thing is, as the Trump campaign continues to slip in the polls to Kamala Harris, his speeches become more and more dictatorial and angry. I want to play you this clip, and I want to read you an article titled "A Different Level Than 2020. Trump's Plan to Steal the Election is Taking Place." But let me play you this clip of Trump from last night, and I want you to tell me in the comment section below, what historical figure does this clip remind you of? Just let me know.
Together we will make America powerful again. Make America wealthy again. Make America healthy again. Make America strong again. Make America proud again. Make America safe again. Make America free again.
You guys get the point. Someone in the comment section said, "Holy shit, this is so offensive to the eyes and my ears in so many ways." That is true. Now, I want to end off with this article that goes into a little bit more detail about what may come. Make sure you share this video because this stuff is important. Donald Trump spent months during the 2020 election priming his followers to not believe him, so we have to sort of counter-program that and be ready to counter Donald Trump's groundwork that he'll be laying, that he has been laying. Quote, "Tricky legal questions and room for shenanigans. Any effort to challenge the election results will probably start at the local level." And that feeds back to the article we just read that said all of these local officials are turning into Trump loyalists. Just as there was in 2020, there's likely to be a period of uncertainty after Election Day when the votes are still being counted in key swing states, and there is a very real chance Trump will declare victory within that time to try to confuse everybody, try to muddy the waters. Trump could very well declare victory before the election results have been counted again. Quote, "I'm definitely concerned that you're going to have a lot of efforts to disturb the process of counting those votes if we go into the late evening, early hours of the next day, and all of that," said Richard Piles, a professor at New York University who specializes in election law. But the thing is, many states are prepared for these challenges. After Donald Trump nearly succeeded in overturning the 2020 election, is the U.S. better prepared to stop a similar effort in 2024? Lawyers and other activists say they are ready, having spent the last 4 years studying and understanding the vulnerabilities that Trump and allies targeted in 2020. Any effort to block certification is likely to be swiftly challenged in court, where Trump has already been unsuccessful dozens of times. But my worry is, what happens when we get a judge like the one in Florida who helps Donald Trump actively with some of these cases? What if some of these judges have become more loyal to Trump and are willing to flip the results of certain counties? That is scary, and I hope that it doesn't happen. The new Electoral Count Reform Act should offer additional safeguards should there be an effort, such as there was in 2020, to get Congress to stop its certification of the vote. Yet it would be a mistake to dismiss the threat altogether. The exact same pressure points that existed in 2020 still exist in 2024, and in some places, election deniers have been elevated to positions of power. This has started earlier in the cycle and is louder and more consistent. It's all just at a different level than it was in 2020. And the thing is, if we play our cards right, if we vote en masse, if we turn out our friends and family and spread the word about Donald Trump's election denial tactics, then we can absolutely beat this. Make sure you go to vote.org. Make sure you leave a like on this video, comment a blue heart to help boost this important message. Have a great rest of your day, and peace out.